Welcome. I'm Lydia Gottipalli, card crafter. I'm also an artist and I paint with alcohol inks and other media. If you're here for the first time, I hope you enjoy watching this video. I'll be posting videos regularly with techniques for making cards. It would mean a lot if you can show your support by giving a thumbs up to this video and consider subscribing to my channel. So for this video, I was thinking, I have lots and lots of these nested die cuts, different shapes. So I thought, why not use these or some of these to make some patterns for the cards. So for the first one, we'll be making 2 cards today. So for the first one, I used this set to cut out these in different colors. So I used one of these dies for each colors. So and then also I used this is a background pin point die to it just pierces the card. So I just use that to make this card front for me to put these cutouts sorry to put these cards in here, to put these cutouts, die cuts in here, and also I've just cut out this card. This is an A6 card, and which would be roughly about 14 and a half, approximately 14 and a half by 10 and a half centimeters after you fold it, and this is 10 centimeters by 14 centimeters, and this is a little smaller. I've cut this about 9 and a half by, I think it's 13 and a half, so it's about half a centimeter each on, smaller than each of these cards. So since I've pre-cut these, and I have printed some sentiments on a card, yeah, so I've cut these up. I printed them and I cut these up so I could and I'll be layering up with 2 or 3 of these, so it gives a nice dimension to the sentiment, and place it on the card. I'm also going to be making I used a piece of vellum to emboss with Ranger gunmetal, but I didn't like this on here, so I used gold Stampendous gold powder, and I used alcohol inks to apply inks at the back of this butterfly, so it gives a kind of a stained glass effect. So this gunmetal didn't appear nice on this one, and I used and the gold with the orange and green and a little bit of blue stain at the back sounds nicer, looks nicer. So let's put it together. I didn't want to bore you by cutting my die cuts on the video, so I just pre-cut them, and I'm going to quickly put these together on the card. I'm going to roughly choose the center. Oops, I should have put this one out first. Never mind, if it hangs out, that's fine. It's all right if it hangs out. The liquid glue gives a little time to set the die cuts into place without getting stuck. So I prefer using liquid glue for most of the die cuts in that. So yeah, so if you have anything like these in your stash, see what you've got in your stash. And you know, I never thought I could use these. I mean, I've never used these much, other than the plain ones that I use for cards, but I've never used the scallopy ones. I'm not sure if I want to cut this off the sides or let it hang. Let's see. I might just cut and see what it looks like. Not so bad. Okay, I like it. Good. So these dies that I'm using are from Couture Creations. there you go. So I'm going to put this butterfly in the center, I think. I might use double-sided tape for this. So because it's vellum and it shows from the other side, usually I just put a little bit. I'm careful how I put this, put the glue or tape on vellum, but because I'm going to put the sentiment across it on the front, so I don't mind putting the tape across the butterfly. So for these cards, the cutting takes a little while, but it's so easy to put together. And yeah, and it's a simple card you can make. And in New Zealand, it's really difficult sometimes to get supplies. So although I do, there are a few craft stores that I can get dies and stamps and other things. Often you may have to wait because to get the supplies from overseas, they will be out of stock a lot of times. I also get some of my supplies from AliExpress, which takes a long time to get here, but it's economical for me. And so yeah, for the sentiments, I do use a printer to print them off. And yeah, and there you go. You don't have to have fancy things to make beautiful cards. So this is So Glad We're Friends. Oops. And this will go across this butterfly. So there are a simple, easy card that you can make. See what you've got in stack. So the other card we're going to make is, I've cut some strips of paper. I've done something like this before, but in a different pattern. This time I'm going to just use yeah, I think I'm gonna just put these across these colors like this across the card. I'm going to start one and then I'm just going to pause the video so you don't have to watch me do this whole thing. I'm going to put them like that. This one needs to come down a little. Okay, I think I should put the glue down here. That's easy, isn't it? I think this is some little string of paper hanging. Can be fixed easily. This is something I have I used ages ago for filing nails, but it comes in handy. Okay, so I'm just gonna pause the video and then carry on with it and come back. So I've cut these bits off. Need a little bit of glue in here. Okay, so I've got these stitch ties I thought I'd use to make it a I use some washi tape to keep my die-ins in place. It's double the card, so it did not cut through. Okay, let's try that again. I've used the wrong size die. As you can see, this is too big for the for the card, so I'm going to use a smaller die. Sorry, you can't see this. Yeah, I used the larger die. Didn't cut fully on this side. I'm just going to use a smaller die. Since it's twice the card, I'm just going to run it again. I think I have to make a pass again because it cut one side, but it's not, maybe the die. I've used it before, never had problems, probably because it's too lots of card, it's giving me problems. Let's see. Maybe I'll use a trimmer for the edges. I've got the nice stitched design, but it didn't cut through fully. Just trying to be careful, I don't want to lose this stitch. I may have to do a little more. That's good. Now this side seems to be fine. Just trim off this little bit. Nice. After all that, I'm pleased. Let's see what fits this card. Okay, I may have to trim the card a little bit. Just a little. Maybe that much. Try this. So I have die cut this little gift thing shape to go on this. Let's see. It's nice. These strips that I have left, I'm just cutting these up to you'll see what I mean. I'm just cutting this up thinner so I could use this as a backing for the sentiment. It looks cooler if it can show through the blue from at the bottom. So yeah, crafters don't waste anything. So I'm just gonna, so that's 4 pieces of card at the back. So this celebrating you today is also from a printout that I've typed in and pre-printed and pre-cut a lot of sentiments that I can use for making cards. I use die cuts and other things, other stamps for sentiments as well, but these look so cool when you back them up with 3-4 pieces of card at the back. They look sturdy and so good. And yeah, so coming back to this little gift die cut, I thought I cut out a piece of vellum with one of these circle dies. It's stitched around the edge. It's stitched around the edge. So I thought it'll be nice to put it on top of this and here, and then put celebrating you down there. Cool. Go. Now the tricky part is the sticking the vellum. I'm going to use I'm just starting the glue so it doesn't leak out. It dries clear, but I don't want it to show through the vellum. Okay. Cool. So now I'm just going to put the dots at the same places I had before. I think that should be enough. I think I'm going to put it right here. This should also hold the vellum down. Okay, so now for the card front to go on the base card. There you go. That's 2 cards with just simple paper patterns. Hope you like it. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.